what is good for the geese is good for the gander. And that's what the basic idea around social justice. Everyone deserves to have equal access to opportunities, to privileges, and of course, to work. Equal access to, putting your potentials, your innovation to work, and earning what is, due to you.
By social justice, we are talking about justice in the distribution of wealth, opportunities, privileges, and rights.
The relevance is that in our society, there are a few things that we have put in place. But despite the fact that they are in place, we don't enforce them. So when you choose a day to mark or a day to celebrate, it reminds you that it is existing.
Since social justice is all about inclusiveness and reduced inequality, when everybody begins to see themselves as equal stakeholders in nation building, we can get us to that point where every Nigeria can begin to reason, how will this my singular action impact on the future of the nation? When we get to the point of thinking, if everybody in Nigeria were to be like me, what kind of nation are we going to have? I think bringing our people to that point would mean first treating them as equal citizens.
If there's no social justice in a country, there can't be development, because there's going to be rancor, acrimony, people are going to be fighting, there will be no peace, there will be war, and once there is war, there is no way we can have development. Development is usually entrenched in peace. Peace, unity, and progress.
Sad to say that we are below 40%. That's the truth. We are below 40%. I think the government of the day needs to do more, and even other private and organizations, CSOs, need to also, sit up and see what they can do in terms of social justice to ensure balance. Because when you look at even what is happening in terms of gender gap, there's a lot of gap. Women are not totally involved in political participation and what have you. But we appreciate the numbers that are coming up. So in every other aspect of life, even the vulnerable people, they need to have say.
The social justice system, from all indications, I will not score Nigeria 25%.
35. I'm talking about 35% here. I'm saying I won't even pass it as 40, which is, it's okay. 40 is that borderline of let my people go.
Let there be a common ground for people to talk about issues relating to this nation. People have talked about constitutional review, and that seems to be an issue that is unending. We need to revisit the core of our existence as a nation. So dialogue is number one.
If this government will move in the direction in which they have started of constitutional review, I know it's going to help us in social justice.
A tool that is very vital is social media platform, for instance. Okay, so I think that could also help to promote social justice. There's a number of advocacy programs going on by CSOs and different, so we've had National Mourning Day for people that have, lost their life due to Boko Haram advent, herdsmen, and what have you, different kind of political killings and all what have you. So we have the National Mourning Day. These things are a way of calling the government of the day to order, and also people to look at their activities.
You have a role to play. I have a role to play. In your own little corner, do everything to ensure that you promote inclusiveness, promote fairness. And remember that human right, it's not a privilege, it is a right. And every person, every individual that is a human deserves that inalienable right, which cannot be taken away from the person. be the change.
Let there be fairness in our homes. Let there be fairness in our families. Let there be fairness in our local government, in our state, in our nation as a whole. Let there be fairness, I say, in Africa and then in the entire globe.
It's a call, like a checkmate, you know, for political actors, governments, stakeholders, young people, you know, institutions, and what have you. So everybody should begin to sit up and ensure equality in all around. Yeah, they should not forget the vulnerable people as well.
In the education sector generally, we've been talking about e-learning. How many schools can implement e-learning very effectively? So you can even find the issue of social injustice there. In some schools, students stayed away. Of course, during the pandemic, students stayed away for a very long time. So government at all levels should try to ensure that this digital economy is taken care of. There should be access to it, and then there should be equitable distribution of wealth. Certain areas should not be favored more than others. People should have a sense of belonging in families, as a nation, as a state, and in different other aspects of, you know, our living.